Hello everyone, my name is Chris and welcome back to another movie review. Today I'm gonna be reviewing John Wick Chapter 4, and as usual I'm quickly gonna go through the story of this movie to tell you in short what this movie is all about. Then I'm gonna share my own opinions and thoughts about this movie, so in case you didn't watch it, one big spoiler alert across the screen, and yeah, just click away from this video and come back after you watch a movie if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to, it's totally okay. But if you really are interested in my opinions and thoughts about this movie right now, then stay with me till the end of this video and let's get started. Alright guys, John Wick Chapter 4 is a movie that's been released this year. It's an action movie and it's direct sequel to John Wick Chapter 3, obviously, that I, by the way, reviewed on my channel, so you can check it out anytime if you want to, guys. So story of John Wick 4 continues exactly where John Wick 3 ended, which is when John Wick ends up in the hideout of Morpheus from The Matrix. I don't know the character's name in John Wick, but it's the same actor. And, you know, he is training over there and preparing himself for a war with High Table, because in John Wick 4, now High Table themselves are coming after John Wick to kill him, because he broke the rules in the second movie by killing Santonio at the Continental Grounds, and whoever breaks these assassin rules is excommunicado, which means they're exiled from that assassin community and they have to be killed. And they tried to do that in the third movie and they terribly failed. So now the High Table themselves is coming in John Wick 4 after him. Before, they would just send other people to try and kill John Wick. But now in fourth movie we got this guy called Marquise, and he's been given all the resources from the High Table, all the manpower, everything he has, he can use against John Wick and people who try to help him. So through the movie he is hunting down John Wick, and John Wick is doing everything in his power to survive and fight back against the High Table. Unfortunately, a lot of people start to get hurt and killed because of John Wick and things that he did. Marquis started to punish everyone and everything that was helping or is still helping John Wick. So he even at one part of the movie blows up the Continental Hotel in New York, and that way punishes Winston and kills his receptionist, which I was pretty sad to see, honestly, and I kind of was pissed at the same time. So this Marquise guy has literally no mercy towards anyone, wants to erase John Wick from the face of the earth. And at one point in the movie, John Wick ends up in Japan, in Osaka, at the Osaka Continental, where he asks help from this leader of the hotel called Koji, which is also, you know, in the assassin order and all that. And Osaka Continental gets deconsecrated because of helping John Wick. Bloodshed breaks out over there, which results in one awesome action scene. And pretty much that's the whole concept of this movie. Just this Marquise guy from the High Table having all the power, money, guns, people, everything, and sending it against John Wick, and John Wick, being the real Sigma once again, is trying to beat everyone and everything. And for the rest of the movie, he's trying to survive until the Winston comes and tells John Wick that he can actually challenge this Marquise guy in a single duel in combat, and if he wins, the High Table has to let him go and you know, just leave him in peace, just like it was before the first movie, before all this shit show started. And John Wick considers that, and you know, he starts to look for a way to challenge Marquise in this single combat so he can finally have peace and put an end to all that. To do that, he has to go back to his family, which is Ruska Roma, and, you know, Russian mafia, and he has to do some quest for them so they accept him back in the family and forgive him for everything that he did, and, you know, all the troubles that he caused. So yeah, there is a lot of complications and interesting things going on through the story of this movie. And the way this movie ended was perfect in my opinion. The story was top-notch ended, and I think they should just end entire franchise with the fourth movie. I heard that they plan on making John Wick 5, which doesn't make any sense to me. I totally think they should end the movie at the fourth installment with this story. You know, it's just fine. The way the movie ended was perfect. And yeah, now about the movie itself. Honestly, this was freaking awesome. Just like all John Wick movies, I also loved Keanu Reeves in this fourth movie. And with the fourth movie, they really took it to another level. Like, each John Wick movie that came out was better than the previous one. And with the fourth movie, they out-topped all previous three movies, and I absolutely loved it. They got really creative with John Wick killing all these people in all these creative ways. I just can't get tired of watching Keanu murdering all these people. He's just a total badass. John Wick franchise is such a Sigma movie. You know, those are real Sigma movies. In all four movies, John Wick is just that real Sigma guy who doesn't give a shit. He just goes and murders and obliterates the absolute fuck out of everyone. And it's insanely fun to watch. You know, with the fourth movie, not gonna lie, they got a little bit unrealistic with some ways the John Wick starts to kill his targets. You know, there are scenes where he gets hit by cars like 150 times, you know, and he still somehow gets up, you know, like nothing happened. So they kind of overdid it there, so it doesn't feel realistic anymore. But honestly, since the first movie, like the second or third John Wick movie already felt unrealistic, and like that's the point. The John Wick franchise is not meant to be realistic. It's meant to be fun to watch, and that's exactly what it is. And the fourth movie delivers that completely. But what I loved about John Wick Chapter 4 the most is that they finally showed his weaknesses and his vulnerabilities. He finally realized that violence is an answer to everything, and that he can't just go around killing people without any consequences. I really love how they showed that in this movie, in the story of this movie. He finally starts to suffer all the consequences for the things that he did, and the people around him start to suffer as well. And I really love how movie portrayed that part so perfectly. They finally made him vulnerable. He finally starts to feel more like a human being, not just some super action anti-hero that murders and obliterates the absolute shit out of everyone. I really love how they portrayed that. There is also Donnie Jen Do. What's the name of that Chinese actor? I'm not sure. He's also in the movie. He is this blind guy, and he's also a retired assassin that has been sent to kill John Wick. And they used to be good friends before, and you know, they like worked together or something. And you know, it's kind of hard to watch them trying to kill each other, hunt each other, because you know, no matter the task that this Johnny Den guy was given, he still respects John Wick, and the only reason why he needs to kill John Wick is because he's been threatened that if he doesn't, then they will hurt his daughter. So he's been blackmailed, and you know, it's just classic, you know, plot twists that make perfect sense and are perfectly fit in this movie. The music was thing of a absolute beauty. They combined that Sigma funk with electronic music in John Wick 4. I absolutely loved the scene in Osaka. The music there was perfectly paired with what was going on the screen. I absolutely loved all the action and everything that was going on. There is even one scene when John Wick uses nunchucks to kill people. That was totally badass, not gonna lie. John Wick, oh my god, it's such a fantastic movie. They got really creative with the things in fourth movie. I also really loved the scene somewhere at the end of the movie from the bird perspective where John Wick runs around with a dragon's breath shotgun and just, kills people in all creative ways, and all these gun fu cool moves, and the entire scene was shot from the bird perspective and feels something like a Hotline Miami game. The music was again on point. It was extremely fun. Then there is also this character called the Tracker. He calls himself Mr. Nobody. And he also wants to kill John Wick. And, the price for killing John Wick goes crazy above than previous three movies. It goes up to like 20 or 40 million dollars whoever kills John Wick. And it's really funny to watch all these idiots still try to kill him. Like, come on, guys, haven't you seen the previous three movies? What happened to the people who tried to kill John Wick? You can't kill him. He is absolutely the best at what he does. And I just love how this movie portrays that. There was also a scene in a Berlin club where he hunts this guy Killa down, which was the task that Ruska Roma gave him so he can be accepted back in the family, in the Russian family, so he can challenge this Marquise guy in the duel, because those are the rules. You have to be part of some mafia family to do that. And he had to go and hunt this guy Killa and had to kill him. The fight scene in the club was absolutely amazing. I really loved all the environment, all the action, all the choreography. Everything about John Wick 4 was perfectly done, and it was absolutely more entertaining and fun and better to watch than all previous three movies combined together. That's how good John Wick 4 is. I absolutely freaking loved the movie, and if you're a fan of John Wick, and if you're a fan of action movies, if you want to see some fluid action, and man, just go and watch all John Wick movies. You're not gonna regret it. If you haven't watched any of them, just go and watch all four movies. You're absolutely not gonna regret it. Like, John Wick franchise is honestly the franchise that revolutionized action movies, in my opinion, since 2014. A lot of movies try to copy that John Wick fighting style where everything just feels fluid, camera is steady, you can see all the action going on the screen, everything just looks smooth and tactical. Fuck yeah, John Wick changed the action movies, in my opinion. It really revolutionized the action franchise in the modern cinematography, and they did amazingly stunning job with the fourth installment and the fourth movie. I love it. I just loved absolutely everything about this movie. The ending of the movie was something that I've kind of expected, but not completely, and the way it ended was just perfect. I just fucking love how the fourth movie ended. Not gonna spoil it completely. You should watch the movie, because if I tell you what happens in the end, then I kind of completely ruined all the fun, which is something I don't want to do. Yeah, that's it. Those were my opinions and thoughts on John Wick Chapter 4. I absolutely love this movie and totally recommend you to check it out. It's really fun. It's a real Sigma male action movie for real men to watch and just enjoy all the bloodshed and action on the screen. So go and check it out. You're not gonna regret it. And if you enjoyed this movie review, then go ahead and leave a like, share, comment, or subscribe if you want to, guys. If you don't want to, you don't have to. It's totally okay. You can also join my Chris Facebook group. Link is down below in the description. And yeah, you can follow my content there easier, or if you want to be part of my community, join there. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate all of your support and everything you've done for me and my channel so far. You're absolutely amazing. I love you, and I'll definitely see you in the next videos. Chris out.